Imagine a world without telescopes or microscopes. What would we know about the vast universe or the intricate workings of life? Now, imagine a tool that allows you to explore these realms without physical constraints. This tool is the thought experiment. Thought experiments are journeys of the mind. By constructing hypothetical scenarios, we gain insights that might elude us in the real world. These mental exercises are not limited by physical laws or ethical concerns. This freedom allows us to push the boundaries of our understanding. Centuries ago, the prevailing view was that heavier objects fall faster than lighter ones. This seemed intuitively obvious. After all, a feather falls more slowly than a stone. But Galileo Galilei, a master of thought experiments, dared to challenge this common sense notion. He imagined dropping two objects of different weights from the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now imagine connecting these objects with a string. Does the heavier object now fall slower, hampered by the lighter one? Or does the combined system fall faster, as if it were a single heavier object? This thought experiment exposed a contradiction in the prevailing theory. Galileo reasoned that both objects must fall at the same rate, regardless of their weight. This revolutionary idea laid the foundation for our modern understanding of gravity. Galileo's thought experiment demonstrated the power of questioning assumptions. By constructing a simple yet elegant scenario, he was able to overturn centuries of accepted wisdom and pave the way for a new era of scientific inquiry. Albert Einstein used thought experiments to develop his groundbreaking theories of relativity. One of his most famous involved chasing a beam of light. Imagine traveling at the speed of light. What would you see? Classical physics says you'd see a stationary wave of light. But Einstein realized this was impossible. This led him to conclude that the speed of light is constant for all observers. This shattered the Newtonian view of space and time. Einstein's thought experiments also explored gravity. Imagine two people in a falling elevator. They'd feel weightless. This led to the equivalence principle, a cornerstone of his general theory of relativity. Thought experiments across disciplines. Thought experiments are not just the domain of physicists. They are valuable tools in a wide range of disciplines, from philosophy and ethics to economics and psychology. In ethics, the trolley problem is a classic thought experiment that forces us to confront difficult moral dilemmas. Would you sacrifice one life to save 5? What if the one life was someone you loved? These thought experiments have no easy answers, but they challenge us to examine our values and the principles that guide our actions. In economics, game theory relies heavily on thought experiments to model strategic interactions between rational agents. The prisoner's dilemma, for example, explores the tension between individual self-interest and collective well-being. Even in our daily lives, we engage in thought experiments without realizing it. When deciding between two job offers, we might imagine ourselves in each role, considering the potential challenges and rewards. This mental simulation helps us make more informed decisions. A business brainstorm. Imagine you're a business leader facing a difficult decision. You need to decide whether to invest in a new product line. Market research suggests there is potential, but there are also risks involved. Before making a decision, you could conduct a thought experiment. Imagine two parallel universes. In one universe, you invest in the new product. In the other, you stick with your current offerings. Explore each scenario in detail. What are the potential consequences? What are the best and worst case scenarios? By considering these possibilities, you can gain a deeper understanding of the risks and rewards associated with each option. This thought experiment won't give you a definitive answer, but it will provide you with a framework for thinking about the problem. By systematically exploring different possibilities, you can make a more informed and strategic decision. The art of thought experimentation. Thought experiments are powerful tools, but they are not without their limitations. It's important to remember that they are just that, experiments. They are not substitutes for real-world data or rigorous analysis. When conducting a thought experiment, it's crucial to be aware of your own biases and assumptions. Our intuitions can be misleading, and what seems obvious at first glance may not hold up under scrutiny. That's why it's essential to approach thought experiments with a critical mind and a willingness to question your own beliefs. The most fruitful thought experiments often lead to more questions than answers. They challenge our assumptions, expose gaps in our knowledge, and push us to seek out new information. Embrace this ambiguity. It is in the unknown that we often find the most profound insights.